Good morning, all my dear friends in Australia. This is Kathy Stott, the Artistic Director of the Australian Festival of Chamber Music, and I'm talking to you from a great distance, sadly, but I hope we will feel connected over the next 3 days. It was obviously incredibly sad for us to have to postpone the festival, but we managed to rescue it, and we can all look forward to what's on offer next year. It would be very strange for me not to mention the really tragic circumstances that we've all found ourselves in, particularly in the arts sector. And as musicians, I know this has hit everybody incredibly hard. We can only look to the future. We can only work as hard as we can to bring everybody together, and we will really treasure and value all your support to help see us through these times. We're incredibly grateful at AFCM to the Melbourne Digital Concert Hall for allowing us to partner with them for these 3 days, and they've been doing terrific things, as you know, to support Australian musicians, particularly in Melbourne and more recently in Sydney. So we're hugely grateful to them for this opportunity. So I know that there's lots of fun things and hopefully interesting things going on throughout the day. We can only put on so much music for you, but we wanted to also involve you in our quiz, and you know that musicians absolutely love food. It's probably what they're talking about a great deal when they come to Townsville. And you've got some wonderful videos to look at that will remind you of the gorgeous area where the festival takes place. And I will be performing each day, once with Jack Liebeck, once with Roddy Williams, and I will play a solo for you on Sunday. So really what you need to do is keep checking in with the schedule, and we hope that you'll join us for most of the weekend. So what I want to do now is just introduce to you the artists who are going to play for you this evening. Lloyd Van 't Hoff came to the festival last year with Arcadia Winds, and I just thought, we need to have Lloyd back. He's the most wonderful personality, musician, and it would be the first time that he's been in his own right. Lloyd has been incredibly busy already in his career, played lots of concerti and chamber music, but he's also very involved with young people. I love the fact that he devised a program for young people and has toured that a lot. So Lloyd is somebody very, very engaged in what he's doing, and it's going to be a treat for us to hear him in some of the real core repertoire this evening. And he will be joined by Christian Chong. And Christian, who I'm sure you all know, he's hugely busy in Australia. He's played concerti with all the major orchestras. He's also performed in the UK. Just for some of you might like to know that he studied many years ago, I should add, with Piers Lane. So we have a little bit of a connection there. And Christian has also performed in China and is just generally hugely busy and very much at home, whether it's concertos, solo or chamber music, as it will be this evening. So sit back. Well, no, don't sit back too early. It's breakfast time for you. But enjoy all what's on offer for the day, and enjoy particularly this concert this evening. And I'll leave it to the artist to tell you a little bit more about the programme. Chat to you tomorrow.
Hi there, it's Lloyd Van 't Hoff here. Thank you so much for joining us online for this festival prelude.
Hi, I'm Christian Chong, and I'm playing the first recital out of 3 with the clarinetist Lloyd Van 't Hoff for the online prelude for the Australian Festival of Chamber Music in conjunction with the Melbourne Digital Concert Hall, and this is on Friday, the 7th of August.
This performance will be particularly exciting for me because it's the first time I'll be performing on a stage and for an audience since February. Tonight's program is anchored around the music of two of my favorite composers, Beethoven and Brahms. When we were discussing what we might play for this recital, the thought of adapting Beethoven's Spring Sonata was one that intrigued both Christian and I. I think it can be exciting to hear familiar music in different ways, and this is a work that I've always wanted to play. The clarinet is capable of so many transparent kinds of colors, and in a way, this clarinety superpower of sorts, coupled with Beethoven's writing, creates a distinctively, let's say, homogeneous sonority between the clarinet and the piano, one which brings to light the conversation between the two instruments.
The interesting thing to note about this sonata is that it was written and named by Beethoven as a sonata for piano and violin, not a violin sonata as it's incorrectly called a lot of the time. It means that the work is a true chamber music work. It's a true duo work.
At the heart of the program is Johannes Brahms and his late sonata in F minor for clarinet and piano. Written as they were in the twilight of his life, Brahms' late clarinet works have a reflective quality, highly emotional but experienced from the remove of memory. Perhaps the best example of this comes from the sonata's central slow movement. Following the tumultuous opening of the Allegro Appassionato, the pathos of the F minor sonata's heartbreakingly understated second movement seems to lie in what is left unsaid rather than what is present. The clarinet croons what is hardly a melody at all, basically a decorated falling scale, which is accompanied by the naked heartbeat metronome of the piano. And the movement then circles itself in this poetic simplicity.
Brahms wrote lots of duo sonatas in continuing from the tradition that Beethoven and Mozart started, and he wrote this very late in his life. So as a whole, the work is quite mature, it's quite settled. It doesn't get completely exuberant, or it doesn't really explore the extremes of emotion, but at the same time, it is very dramatic, it is very beautiful, it is very thoughtful.
For dessert, perhaps some poached pear, certainly another poached piece. This time, the first of Brahms' 3 intermezzi from his Opus 117. We are presenting it here in an extraordinary arrangement for clarinet and piano by the fabulous pianist and composer Paolo Guerini. The arrangement is a little bit contemporary, with some spicy, unexpected moments, but at its core, the ever-pensive and reflective Brahms rings true.
This is, for piano, a really beautiful, peaceful, nostalgic, warm, it's such a beautiful piece of music. And to be honest, the clarinet, arranging it for clarinet and piano, the clarinet's warmth, the sonority, the sound, the depth of tone really contributes something to this work.
It's a gentle and dreamy cradle song to send you all on your way into the night.